But I mean, I think it's more or less the fact that he did just kind of land on his butt, then fell back, hit his head. He was fine. He sat up. He wasn't like, ow or whatever. He wasn't like, oh, woe is me. And, the guy that picked him up wasn't like, we need a medic.
Davante Adams pushed the cameraman in frustration. Should he get fined? What is going on? Did you see the other angle of the situation or what happened? So let's run down what led up to this situation. If you guys didn't catch the game last night, there was a double route on the left side of the offensive line. Derek Carr drops back. Hunter Renfrow runs into an out route while Davante Adams was running look like a post route, right? It looks like Hunter Renfrow ran too far out where they cross-sectioned each other, T-boned each other, right? And the ball was thrown all the way downfield like he thought Davante Adams was going to be there. Davante Adams proceeded to go to the sideline, slam his helmet out of frustration. At the end of the game, we see him walk up to the cameraman that was running across his way. He pushed him down out of frustration, and apparently the cameraman had to go to the hospital, all this other stuff. He's apparently gonna do all kinds of stuff about this situation, which we're not going to get into the legal side of everything. But now that you've seen the other angle where it looks like he possibly didn't see him and he was pushing him out the way, it kind of changed the narrative on everything. So, Manny, what was your thoughts on this? Do you think Davante Adams, now seeing both angles, do you think that he's in the wrong?
I don't know. Cause he had a visor on. You still could see that with that visor. I mean, it was a dark black visor. You could still see. But from that angle, I still feel like he shouldn't have done that, to be quite honest with you. First of all, you're an NFL player, bro. You got to keep your emotions to yourself.
Yep.
You're a grown ass dude. AS. You're grown. That's the whole point of this. But Davante Adams,
too late. You've already done it.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that, bro. You're not supposed to do that. And personally, I don't know, man. I feel like with the whole hospital thing, that's just for him trying to get money. I felt like when he did that, he was definitely gonna get the bag. I mean, everyone was saying he was gonna get the bag. You gotta believe this.
Oh yeah, 100%.
A lot of money, man. A whole lot of money. But he's 1,000% not hurt. Like that man, he got pushed, but he didn't get pushed to the point where like it was like career-ending knee injuries and whatnot. He didn't get broken up like bad. Be talking, be taking 3 seconds in between. Yo, Logan, chill. But yeah, I just feel like what Davante Adams did was very inexcusable. And you should not be doing that if you're an NFL player. And you know how to keep your emotions to yourself. And then he went on Twitter, and said, he apologized and whatnot. He didn't see him, but you kind of get that feeling that he did see him because he said he was mad in the moment for his behavior by saying that. So I feel like he's still in the wrong here. But he was pissed. He was very pissed.
Let me jump on this before my thought goes away here, and that is a funny as hell comment by Vic right there. If anyone should be
Vic, you gotta get that text to speak working, man.
No, he made a good point though. If you just read through the inconsistencies.
No, I know, but I was just like,
if anyone should be getting hit, it's Hunter. Renfrow, isn't he supposed to be like the route god? That's and ran the most idiotic route of all time. How do you not know? I never thought that he was like this amazing route runner. Anyways, I never was on that train of like, oh, Hunter Renfrow is a top 5 route runner.
I'm not gonna do that. He is a good route runner. I'm not gonna do that.
Nah, but he's not top 5, bro. Look at this. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous.
Top 10. He's definitely up there for sure.
So, I'm gonna play devil's advocate right down the middle. I'm gonna give it to you from Davante Adams' frustrations and the cameraman's frustrations. Davante Adams' frustrations. If you watch the other angle, That cameraman was running across. He probably didn't see him. He pushed him out the way, out of frustration, whatever. You know, maybe the guy was acting crazy. I get it. It kind of changes the narrative based off the angle. On the other side of that, as the cameraman, you have to keep into consideration, like, we might get credentialed to go to the Senior Bowl this year, right? So here's the thing. Not only
I'll try my best to behave.
We're not millionaires. We don't have tons of money to throw out there. We're not going to be staying at the Hilton hotels and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be sleeping in my car.
All the credential guys that are there are probably the same, or either they work for an organization which doesn't pay them a high salary. So for them to get credentialed to go to this game, very big opportunity. He might have had company equipment. He might have had his own equipment. You know what I'm saying? This is a primetime athlete with tons of adrenaline, running through his body. By the time the dude came by, he got pushed down, and everything. It could have broke his equipment. He really probably could have been hurt as well. Who are we to say? We're just so quick to jump to the conclusion that some dude is trying to get money. But on the other side of that, if you're trying to play the game of life, the consequences of him doing that have come full circle, right? Yeah, he might want to get a little bit of money, but hey, let him get the bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I want my money. I want it now. JG Wentworth.
JG Wentworth. 877 cash now.
877 cash now,
Not
bro.
sponsored.
You know what I'm saying? But, that's the other side I think about it. But more so, like, if he broke company equipment or his own equipment, which, like, and if you don't make a ton of money, if you guys don't know about camera equipment, it is thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of stuff that is coming out of your pocket, which he probably spent his whole life savings on there, and he finally got credential. Like, I don't know the dude's situation. I'm just playing devil's advocate right down the middle. So you got to think about both sides of the coin. We all say that the dude should have did this or dude should have did that. But if it was you, what would you do? Sword, go ahead and get it in. What up, Lindy?
I mean, you kind of took a little bit of my thought process, because I was going to say, knowing how dramatic people can be, knowing what just happened, the guy's like, I'm going to try to get a good shot. And he's like, if I get hit, then I have an opportunity to make some money off of this as well. It's like, I have an opportunity to get the money shot, not in that way, and also money if he hits me. I don't think that was the dude's intention. If so, then the dude just definitely does not need to get a penny. But I mean, I think it's more or less the fact that he did just kind of land on his butt, then fell back, hit his head. He was fine. He sat up. He wasn't like, ow or whatever. He wasn't like, oh, woe is me. And, the guy that picked him up wasn't like, we need a medic. I do think it was more or less just him being like, my equipment's damaged. Please pay for the repairs. And maybe medical, because apparently he did have to go to the hospital. So I mean, maybe a little bit of medical, but I do think the equipment is kind of more of it. I'm suing for 50 mil. Yeah. I'm asking for the first year of his contract. That's what I'm doing now. I mean, I don't know. It was just kind of a boneheaded play by Adams. I get he's in the emotions. He's 1-4. They were up 17-0, and they blew a 17-0 lead against Patrick Mahomes. You have an idiotic coach and Josh McDaniels going for 2 instead of wanting to tie it up when your defense was doing all right, stopping everybody except Travis Kelce. So, I do think, and I think it was Logan said it, it was the most Raiders ending for the Raiders that night. Not only did you blow a 17-point lead, not only did you lose, not only are you 1-4, now your star wide receiver is in legal issues because he shoved this dude out of frustration. So, I mean, it's just try and survive the bye week.